Welcome to your Midday Sports. We begin with football. President of the Jamaica Football Federation, Michael Ricketts, has been issued a letter from Attorney at Law Archer Cummins aimed at expediting the process for the upcoming elections. The letter, dated October 24, has also outlined that Ricketts' tenure in office has surpassed the constituted 4-year term and that an elections is, quote, mandatory. Current Vice President Raymond Anderson is the only candidate that is set to challenge Ricketts for the presidency. There must be a 60-day period which will see the first 15 being set aside for nominations. However, the JFF Extraordinary Voting Congress, which is constitutionally due to take place this year, could be pushed back to 2024. Interim Reggae Girls head coach Xavier Gilbert has praised the team's effort despite losing 2-1 to home team Panama in their opening match of the CONCACAF Gold Cup qualifiers in Panama City on Wednesday evening. Rikisha Walker opened the scoring for the Jamaicans in the 21st minute, but Alia Keane turned the ball into her own net just a minute before halftime as the home team drew level. Lynette Cedeno then netted in the 84th minute to put the Panamanians ahead, an advantage they held until the end. The depleted Reggae Girls team, which is missing all players from this year's World Cup tournament, were suffering their first ever loss to the Panamanians. The Reggae Girls will next play Guatemala on Sunday at the National Stadium. The business model in global track and field is a major stumbling block for local high school coaches, continuing with their teenage talents who end up signing professional contracts immediately out of high school. That's the word from veteran athlete manager QB Seagobin, who has been operating as an agent for 37 years. Speaking on Hits 92 FM's Sports Grill on Wednesday, Seagobin's comments followed news of national under-20 100-meter record holder Alana Reid being moved away from Corey Bennett to the Star Athletics Track Club in Florida.
A young, potentially great athlete, then they want to make sure their investment, like any investment that you do, is protected and is given the best fruitation of what they're investing. So again, it comes down to the manager or the agent who is doing the deal and how strongly they want to keep that client with the current situation, or they want to move them on. A lot of agents are being pressured that okay, you want to get the big contract, then you have to play ball with us and you have to let them go wherever they want them to go.
And finally, defending champions England are now in danger of crashing out of the ICC 50-over World Cup after suffering a humiliating 8-wicket defeat by Sri Lanka in Bengaluru. Having elected to bat first, England were inconsistent and could only muster 156 all-out in just 33.2 overs, the lowest all-out score at the venue. Ben Stokes put up the most resistance with a knock of 43, while Johnny Bairstow contributed 30. Larry Okumara claimed the most wickets for the Sri Lankans with 3 for 35, while there were 2 wickets apiece for Angelo Matthews and Kasun Rajita. In reply, Sri Lanka took only 25.4 overs to achieve their target, getting to 160 for the loss of only 2 wickets. Pathum Nissanka, the scorer, recorded his 4th consecutive half-century, getting 77, including 7 fours and 2 sixes. Sadira Samawikrama also had a half-century performance, getting 65. England will now have to win their remaining games in order to have a chance of qualifying for the semi-finals. And that brings an end to your Midday Sports Report. Shamela, it's back to you.
Thank you, Spencer. And that's the Midday News. I'm Shamela Pullen. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, good afternoon.